Yes, I'm Prieto Alhambra. I am a professor of pharmacoepidemiology at Oxford, and I work as the Work Package Lead for Work Package 6 in Optima. So big data is any data that contains a lot of information on some people or some information on a lot of people. So as I explained earlier today, we have this idea that big data can be big because we have loads of variables, or because we have a lot of observations, a lot of people. In the context of healthcare, that typically comes in the form of registries, cohorts, electronic medical records, health claims, and the likes. So it's also what some people call real-world data. And the reason they call it real-world data is that it is recorded in routine clinical practice. So I guess the easy question is as much data as possible. But if you ask me what types of data, I would say we need a combination of data that's very granular, that has many variables, a lot of information, maybe on less patients, but also for other questions we might need data that's larger in terms of number of people, even if the number of variables is less rich. We typically also have the ambition to link data assets so that we end up with maybe a cohort or a group of patients that have information both in terms of many variables as well as in terms of many patients. So that's the perfect data set for what we want to do in Optima. So there are many difficulties. I think there are technical, there are sociological, and there are legal difficulties potentially. I think the legal difficulties are a little bit out of my remit and my knowledge, and we have a whole fully dedicated work package on that, but I know the basics, of course. The socio-technical construct that covers both the technical and the sociological difficulties is what we have specialized in. And access to that data depends on, first, having good questions that matter. So having good questions that will make a difference to patients. I think that is one of the key components. And second, having a good technical infrastructure and a good way to harmonize data, standardize data, so that then you can analyze it in a structured and in a homogeneous way around different countries and data sets, right? So I think those are the key challenges, and maybe a little bit the key solutions to those challenges.